Hey everybody, we got a ton, like a metric ton of stuff for Smite 2 today. And some of the stuff a couple days ago. I'll definitely be watching this right now. This is what we're doing today. Well, this is what we're doing right now. I'm going to be doing all of these. Charlie's pretty cool dude. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this in one video. This is what just happened. 2 hours long is really long, so I'm not going to do this all in one video. I'll probably split it up. I caught, I think, maybe the last 30 minutes or so of it, but they were doing a match too, and I kind of want to react to the match because as soon as I saw them playing, I was like, I want to watch, but I'm gonna wait. So let's go ahead and just jump into this one. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that.
What's up, Smite fans? Trelly here, and we are going to be going over some changes that you can expect when jumping into Smite 2. Please remember, as a game that is constantly updated, there's going to be some more changes and patch notes, things like that. So if you don't want to miss anything, make sure you subscribe, be tuned in for all the future updates. Let's jump into the changes. So a brand new feature coming to Smite 2 is going to be the Interact key. Throughout the map, there are objects and objectives that, when approached, will provide the player with a contextual button prompt in order to interact with. Now, these interactions can range from capturing the Warhorn in solo lane to provide a buff to your next minion waves, using teleporters to traverse the map, opening doors to your team's base, and even picking up jungle buffs. That's right, no more accidentally taking your mid laner's red buff. In Smite 2, we brought...
I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I don't know how to feel about this. Because honestly, I mean, I'd rather just be able to walk over the buff. I don't want to have to press another button. I get why they're doing it, but yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. It is interesting for everything else, but I don't know. I just don't know how to feel about it right now. I'll test it out tomorrow for sure.
Back buff camps, but we've made some new adjustments to keep them fresh and exciting. The buffs that are given have been tweaked a little, but not so much that returning players will be confused.
Hang on. Blight, Inspiration, Pathfinder, Primal. Blight, attacks and abilities apply poison that deals 5. Whoa, that's a lot of damage. 5% over 3 seconds. Does this get refreshed? Gain 10 HP for each tick of damage. And then it increases to 10% at level 3. That's fucking wild, dude. That's crazy. 10% of their maximum health. That's pretty nuts. Inspiration, you and nearby allies gain 15 strength and int. Okay. 30, then 45. I mean, that's a tank buff, obviously, probably. Interesting. We don't know the scaling properties, but still, this is a huge buff. Like, huge team fight buff, really. Pathfinder grants 4% move speed. Speed every 3 seconds. Oh, 4% move speed every 3 seconds. Max of 3 seconds. Loses it when you take damage. So, it gets up to 12%. Then it bumps up to every 1 second. So it's still 12% across the board. It's just it builds up faster, and then it gets up to 16. Interesting. I think they had something like this on the speed buff before. Hell, it may be on there. It's just, yeah, no, isn't there once you kill a creep and it stacks 3 times and you get extra move speed, something like that. Primal, your blue buff. Gain 15 protections upon hitting an enemy god with an ability. Max of 3 stacks. Gain 10 cooldown rate, gain 20 cooldown rate, and 30 protections upon... Jesus. That's 90 protections, dude. That's nuts. 45 to 90. That is insane. That's like even you could throw this on a squishy towards the end game, and all of a sudden they're pretty beefy, and they take a lot longer to take down.
On who gets what. Solo lane still gets blue buff, ADC gets purple,
Okay.
and you get red, because how else are you going to carry your team to victory?
I mean,
When you
if I'm
first
mid,
clear
sure.
jungle buff camp, though, you might be surprised when you don't see it drop a buff.
Yeah,
That's because
this is
as you
something
clear
we've
camps,
known
they
about.
level up, providing a stronger and stronger buff the more times it's been cleared.
Okay.
The camps will start dropping buffs once they hit level 2, so make sure you're
Yeah,
clearing them
that-
as quickly
we
as possible
knew about that.
so they can keep leveling up and getting stronger. One of the biggest changes that a
I
returning
wonder what
player
the
might
intervals
notice when
are.
jumping into Smite 2 is there's no longer a divide between physical and magical when
Yep.
talking about gods and items.
We've gone over
Gods'
that before.
abilities will now scale off of either strength or intelligence, which items now provide instead of physical or magical power.
Okay.
Certain gods, like Neith, will have some abilities that scale off of strength, while others scale off intelligence. Now, because this divide no longer exists, combinations that were only dreams in Smite 1 are now possible.
I'm sorry. That's still normal. Wait, her 2 is the one that creates weaves now? Oh, shit. Interesting. Okay. Oh, that's very interesting. They probably shouldn't call it unravel now if you're creating a weave, but okay. So that gives her a ranged option and it doesn't use her backflip
Will
anymore.
have
But
some abilities
then
that scale off of strength, while others scale off intelligence.
magical damage, hit enemies in front of you, obviously, leap backwards, hitting a weave detonates it. So your 3 is now your major tool for detonating your weaves. Interesting. I mean, you can still detonate them with your 1 from the sound of it, but that's very interesting.
Now, because this divide no longer
That'll make
exists,
for some crazy
combinations
shit.
that were only dreams in Smite 1 are now possible in
Oh,
Smite.
did the ult change? Hang on. Channel, reactivate to fire, it's homing, deals physical damage, stuns, and creates a weave at the hit location. Oh, that's interesting. So that could factor in for your point blank ults, where you just get down, ult somebody immediately, and then you like throw your 1 out at them.
In Smite 1
Then you
are
get
now
a detonate
possible
off
in
of it.
Smite 2.
Interesting. I don't know if
Talk
her ult
about
does
crit
that
your
now,
mirror,
but
baby.
still. Yeah, crit your mirror.
Now,
I'm gonna be
Relics
doing
have
that a
also had a
lot.
bit of an update in Smite 2. When a player loads into a match, they will automatically be given purification beads and a vision ward. What
Okay.
used to be relic options in Smite 1 are now active items that can be purchased in the item store.
We've
This
known
means
about
there are
this.
no limits to how many a player
I
can
haven't looked
purchase.
through all of them,
If
but
you wanted to, you could have 6 items with active effects, as well as your purification beads and a vision ward. Now, we don't necessarily recommend that, but it's always an option, so have fun and experiment. In Smite 2, the Gold
Interesting.
Fury will also be getting an update in
remember
order
seeing
to
that.
keep it relevant moving into the late game.
could be wrong, but
In Smite 1, there was a rotating cast of 3 different Gold Furies
Yeah,
to try and
there
keep
was a
them
video
relevant
about
in the
this.
later stages of the game. While that was still beneficial, in Smite 2, we've added a new mechanic to make sure you keep both sides of the map contested, especially when it comes to the later stages of the game. After the Gold Fury has been slain 3 times, the Ancient Fury will spawn in, and she is much more powerful.
first Gold Fury kill, speed boost out of your fountain is now permanently doubled. Okay. Nearby friendly minions take reduced damage and deal more damage. Okay, that's very interesting. Gold Fury 3, deal 25% bonus true damage on structures and gain 50 protections when near a structure. That's crazy. And this is something I remember thinking about this before when they did the Gold Fury video before. I wonder if this counts as, like, granted, this would mean your game is going like crazy long, but say for example you killed like the first Gold Fury, so if you kill it again, you'd be on 2. If the enemy team kills it, do they get this then? And then the third one, like would you if you alternated it on both sides, so like you kill one, they kill one, you kill one, they kill one, would that fourth one be an Ancient Fury, or would that be a Gold Fury since no one had killed it that third time yet? That's my question. And then this is nuts. All enemy towers and phoenixes are disabled for 180 seconds. 3 minutes.
Killing the Ancient Fury will
Brutal.
grant a buff to sieging for your team by disabling enemy structures for a short period of time. This is a great help if you want to try and push down some phoenixes late game. Be sure to subscribe
It's
to our
fucking
YouTube
nuts.
channel so you can stay updated for videos like this. Make sure you
Okay. Yeah, Charlie did a really good job in this video. A lot of this was recapping. I don't know how to feel about the interact key. We've known about quite a few of these things. I think the biggest thing was, I don't know if we've ever seen this. So seeing this was really, really interesting. I don't know. I don't know if we have seen this, but now that we have, that's pretty wild. Let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. This is more just for me and my Unreal stuff.
My name is Christian Davis. I'm the principal environment artist here at Titan Forge. As the principal artist, I'm responsible for the overall look of the art style for the game and making sure that our world feels consistent. I'm also responsible for making sure that we're performant. That's one of my bigger goals, is making sure that our game looks good, feels good, runs well, and making sure that players, when they're fighting, that they don't get any hitches or any problems in their game. Right now, I'm taking a look over all of our previous assets that we've made and then making sure that they work up to Unreal 5 standards and PBR. The process will start with a blockout mesh, and then I'll actually take that into Unreal and placing it around and trying to get shapes that I like and that I think would look really good.
I actually just did a lot of this stuff in my most recent course. It was a lot of like taking block meshes and adjusting them, making things look nice, and then replacing them with assets. It was a very fun course, very stressful at some points, but it was very fun. I'm not good at doing this stuff though, because I can do it with real assets for sure, probably, but doing it with like wireframe block meshes, I am not that type of creative. Like, I could see it in my head what I want to do, but translating it with bare bones like wire mesh fucking sucked. But back to the video.
To Design's blockout. I think one of the biggest updates that I think players are going to really enjoy is the mood and the lighting that we've set up. Taking advantage of being able to have HDR
the lighting's nuts
into our scene with different roughnesses and different actual material types. I think players, when they run around, they're going to really feel that they're a part of the new Conquest map, and the epicness that all of our gods have, our environments are going to have it as well.
Nice.
This is like our new Gold Fury camp, which I love. We originally were all Lumen, but then we were like, hey, what are for our players who have our lower end machines or medium machines? How can we get it to look just as good? This is all using baked lighting, which is, you know, an older system, but it's still really powerful.
Now, if I recall, so Lumen is very, very good. It's very powerful. Something I heard in my course recently is that if I recall correctly, baked lighting can be pretty iffy. If I recall correctly, I apologize if I'm wrong. I'm not good with lighting, so don't take my word for it. It's just trying to remember back to my lectures. I'm pretty sure that baked lighting can be a bit more intensive on the like your tower and everything, but it still does very well and can still do a lot of what Lumen does. It's very, very interesting.
Stylistically similar to the Gold Furies in the past, but we've added a new twist and try to really increase the grandeur of all of our SMITE world. SMITE has always had a certain style to it, and so we've really wanted to preserve that. I want our worlds to be...
I think they've done an amazing job on the way the map looks. It looks very... it's almost a great return to form for the game. It has a very heavy, like, Greek inspiration. It feels Olympian, I guess is a good way to put it.
Be really powerful, just like our gods, and I want things to also be really memorable. We've been working really hard here at Titan Forge. We put in so much love, and we really hope that you guys love what we're working on, be engaged. See you on the battlegrounds.
Video wasn't really about lighting, but this video is a very good show of everything they've done. I like that video a lot. So we'll go ahead and end this one here. I'll likely do the alpha showcase now, and that's gonna be a pretty big recording. But like I said, I think they've done a thing where they show the gods that are in, and then they do a thing where they show items, I think. And the only reason I say that, because like I said, I caught it at, I think, like 40, I caught it but like they hadn't started the match yet, but I caught it. They were talking about items, so I'm assuming they showed some of the gods that will be available tomorrow. Part of me was like, click, just be like, hey, no, I'm not gonna do that. But still, if they do it that way, I'm gonna split it up into maybe 2 or 3 videos, and I'll try and put in like timestamps for each god, just in case people are just interested in like one thing. So either way, hopefully you enjoyed. I'll catch y'all later.